Good morning, Mr. Kim, Miss Jung. Welcome to Indonesia. We are excited to finally meet you here in person for this meeting.
Yes, welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you both face to face. We've been looking forward to this meeting. I hope your trip here was comfortable.
Thank you, Mr. Agung and Ms. Rahma. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person as well. The trip was smooth and we're really excited to be here to discuss about the future of SomnoSphere together.
Absolutely. It's been a long time in the making. It's exciting to sit down with you both. We're very interested in seeing how this partnership can go.
Thank you both again for your warm welcome. Now let's dive into our meeting. I would like to go over the agenda for today's discussion. The first, we're going to talk about the introduction and welcoming remark. As we just did, let's take a moment to celebrate our collaboration and get to know each other better. And for the second one, we're going to talk about the business plan overview. We're going to talk about how the SomnoSphere and its potential, especially in South Korea. We'll discuss how we can scale internationally together. And for the third one, we're going to talk about the budget and logistic planning. We'll cover how we can keep cost manageable and efficient. And for the fourth one, we're going to have a celebration on cultural nuances to mark the beginning of this partnership and make sure we respect the cultural differences. And for the fifth, we're going to talk about the next steps and action plan, which is the finalizing and ensuring we're ready for the next step with an initial launch and market testing. With that said, let's begin with our first topic. Mr. Agung and Mrs. Rahma, could you tell us more about your future for SomnoSphere?
Alright, we believe SomnoSphere has huge potential, especially in South Korea. We hope to find a way to internationally scale it together with you.
Our vision is to take beyond South Korea to other markets.
That sounds promising, but to move forward, we'll need to figure out the budget, the logistics, and the market.
Yes, we need a solid plan for efficient distribution while keeping cost management. And we also need to anticipate any potential problems.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, the budget is key. Mr. Agung and Ms. Rahma, how about starting with a small, controlled launch to set the market and minimize cost?
We think that's a great idea. With starting lean will help us control costs, and once we can see traction, we can scale up the market.
We also have identified cost-efficient distribution partners, so we can negotiate better to minimize overhead.
Sounds like a good plan. However, we also have to prepare for the unexpected costs, such as logistical delays or even the additional expenses.
Right, and it's better to overestimate costs early on, especially in Indonesia, where logistics can be
I'm
tricky.
sorry. I really understand, but starting lean will give us the flexibility to adjust if needed. We don't want to overspend before we have tested the demand.
Calm down, Mr. Agung. We can balance flexibility and cost control. Let's set a realistic budget estimate so we can keep track on if there are any cost addition in forward.
Agreed, let's stay within the budget, but also allow the adjustment when necessary. Once we have the first phase cost outline, we're gonna move to the next part of the plan.
Exactly. Now about the celebration, how can we ensure that we respect local customs?
How about we start with the celebration? We could offer some soju to get everyone in the spirit. It's a perfect way to bond and kick things off, don't you think?
Yes, soju sounds right. I could really get behind that idea. It's a great way to make everyone feel welcome and motivated.
I'm not sure soju would work for us. In Indonesia, we don't drink alcohol, especially at public events. It's actually forbidden too in many communities due to religion beliefs.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize and I didn't mean to offend you because in South Korea, soju is not just for about the celebration, but it also for everyday life and it's part of our cultural staple.
Exactly, we're happy to celebrate it with something else though. In Indonesia, we often use like traditional drinks like jamu at events. It's totally refreshing and culturally appropriate.
I see, I think we'll stick with that.
That sounds perfect. Now let's focus on the next steps.
Great, now let's wrap up and focus on the next steps.
Yes, let's agree on a timeline for the initial launch and set up meetings to review progress.
Absolutely. We'll take the first step with a small controlled launch and adjust as needed.
Let's make this partnership a success with clear communication and shared goals.
Alright, I think we've covered for everything today. We have a solid plan moving forward. We'll focus on cultural nuances, we'll make sure we stay within the budget and align our marketing strategies to each market's needs. For Mr. Kim, let's confirm to the next step. We will start with the control launch, the track progress, and mitigants review. We'll make sure both sides have a room for adjustment as we go.
Exactly, Ms. Jung. I agree. Let's take action and ensure clear communication along the way. We're excited to get started. Thank you, Mr. Agung and Ms. Rahma. We're looking forward to working together.
Thank you everyone, have a great day and we'll be in touch soon.